For today's video, let's talk about which is better, counting calories or counting macros. Let's find out. Alright guys, welcome to my channel. Now if you don't know me, my name's TK. I'm a certified nutrition coach and, I took it down, whoops. But I am a certified nutrition coach, and having lost over 120 pounds myself, I do know a thing or two when it comes to losing weight. But let's get started. So, why would you even want to count calories or macros? Now wait, hold on, let's go back a little further. What even is a calorie? Now for the purposes of this video, I'll keep the definition simple. A calorie is a basic unit of measurement for the amount of stored energy something has in it. So that being said, the more calories something has in it, the more stored energy we can get out of it. Now our bodies only need a finite amount of calories to function. Now that's something that us nutrition nerds call total daily energy expenditure, or TDEE for short. I'll put a link in the description below on the website that I use that has an easy calculator that can help you find out just about what your goals should be. So what happens when we take in more calories than our bodies really need? Well, the real simple answer is our bodies convert that stored energy into adipose tissue, also known as fat. Now I hope you're sitting down, because I think I might blow your mind here, but eating too much will get you fat. Pretty shocking stuff, I know. But luckily the science works both ways. If you take in less calories than your body requires, then your body's going to tap into your stored fat stores. If you take in less calories than your body requires, then it'll tap into those stored fat stores. If you take in less calories than your body requires, then it'll tap into those fat stores and use that for energy. This is called the calories in, calories out model, or SICO for short. Alright, so what's so great about SICO? Well, one of the best things about it is that it's pretty straightforward and simple to wrap your head around. Once you calculate what your TDEE goal is, it's pretty straightforward in keeping track of what you take in and making sure it's within that range. Now I'm sure you know that there's a ton of programs, groups, apps, meal plans, whatever that are out there that do just this, but since none of them are paying me, I'm not saying their names, you jerks. So SICO is pretty great in that it's straightforward and simple, but is there a downside? Well, the best way to describe the problem of SICO is that it works until it doesn't. Our bodies are much smarter than we give them credit for. If you keep yourself in a caloric deficit long enough, it will eventually adapt and slow its metabolism down. Now what this results in is often a weight loss plateau among a whole myriad of other problems. Things like you could have hair loss or chronic fatigue or skin problems, or there's a whole bunch of other things there. But don't give up just yet, because there's some pretty straightforward things you can do to help stop this from happening. And this is where macros come in. So what's the difference between macros and calories? Nothing. All macros have calories, and every calorie you take in is made up of a particular type of macro. Now, did I lose you? Hang on. Alright, so yes, all macros do have caloric content. Now, there are three essential macronutrients, or macros for short, and those are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. There are some people that say that alcohol could be considered the fourth macronutrient, but since it's not an essential one, we're not going to count in this talk. Sorry. Alright, let's get a little more specific now. Now, proteins and carbohydrates each have 4 calories per gram, with fats being a little more than double that with 9 calories per gram. So why does it matter how many of each macro you're really getting? I mean, if you're getting at or just below what your TDEE goal is, shouldn't you be losing weight? And here's my super scientific, ultra helpful answer. Sort of. I mean, yeah, sure. If let's just say you need 2,000 calories a day and you only take in 1,500 calories a day, but all of that in the form of like candy, sure, you'll lose weight for a little while, but I'm pretty sure you'll feel pretty crappy pretty quickly. Each macronutrient serves a very important and specific purpose in your diet. Now again, for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it really simple, but I'll break down the basic role of each macro for you right now. Fats are used as a slow and steady type of energy in the body. They also work to slow down digestion, provide fat-soluble vitamins, and also have protective anti-inflammatory properties. Carbohydrates provide a quickly accessible form of energy, as well as also supplying fiber, which not only helps you feel full longer, it also helps to slow down the absorption of certain nutrients. And protein supplies the building blocks for your cells and muscle tissue, while also triggering satiety or satisfaction with your meal. Alright, so now you sort of know what macros are, but what is a macro diet? Man, you guys are really good at questions. Think of a macro diet as like an advanced version of the SICO diet. Yes, you're still aiming for an overall calorie deficit in order to lose weight. However, in the case of a macro diet, you're more mindful of the quantity of each macro you take in order to optimize your weight loss goals and prevent any type of like pitfalls like we talked about earlier. Alright, now here is where it can get tricky. So, how many of each macro should you be having? Well, the simple answer? It depends. There are many different strategies, each with their own merits and disadvantages. Now I'll be making videos soon, or if you're from the future then they're in the playlist, so check them out. But for this video I'll just generalize as to why counting macros might be worth doing. Now the first big advantage of counting macros over just a basic SICO diet is that by making sure you're taking in the right amount of each macronutrient, you likely won't run into any of the problems that are often found with deficiencies. Another advantage that I find particularly helpful when it comes to counting macros is that it makes you more mindful of exactly what you're eating. By looking more closely at the macronutrient breakdown of the foods you eat throughout the day, it'll give you insight into potentially unhealthy trends you might not have even caught if you weren't doing this. An example of this that I found for myself was that for a while I wasn't getting nearly enough protein that I really needed. By keeping track of the macro content of each of my meals, I was able to see this and adjust them accordingly. Now, just like for counting calories, there's a ton of programs and apps and stuff out there that will help you with counting macros. And same thing, these jerks just won't pay me, so Google them. Can I say Google? Search them. Alright, so then which is better? Just counting calories in general, or tracking each macro separately? Now, based on my experience, I recommend you just start with counting calories. This will help you focus on developing the habit of being more mindful of what you take in, or eat as normal humans say, and also get in the habit of tracking it. Now, while you're at the stage of just counting calories, is a good stepping point to start to do some of your own research based on what strategy you think might work best for you. And then once you've got the hang of tracking, and you feel like it fits your lifestyle and it's something you can do sustainably, use that momentum to swing into tracking macros. I don't think you'll be disappointed with the results you get by developing this skill. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or gossip, whichever, feel free to leave a comment below. Also, be sure you hit like and subscribe down below. Lets me know what kind of things you guys like to see. Alright, thanks.